step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, Sanchez. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll try the left side. Clifford. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Sanchez now to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Lock it.
Yeah. You don't want none.
What happened?
Play action. It's Sanchez. It's caught. Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Delta. Ready, go.
Sanchez on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Sanchez. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Sanchez. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You ready?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And all the way down to the 37. A big run there by Jones. 44 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the switch. Check.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go.
50, Mike, 50. Hey, come on now.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Simpson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Bravo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Simpson. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Got it.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Simpson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Sanchez. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Sanchez. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Sanchez. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Ready, break.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position. Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
50, plant.
On 3rd down, Simpson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Cut. Set.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Be smooth. 58 is the mic. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Simpson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Protein spill.
Bang, 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 bang. Back, back, back. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
5. Shoot.
To throw on second down. Simpson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, it's Sanchez. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
I got protein spill. You got tight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You're not ready. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Sanchez. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the backer. 44, Mike. Leo. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey!
Now it's Sanchez. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Sanchez. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready. Pilot 64, weak. I'm not ready. Mike 50, Mike 50. Check. Ready, go.
On first down, here's Sanchez. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Begin.
Scene 6.
Throwing again. Sanchez. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42.
22 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing again is Sanchez. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here. Again, it's Sanchez. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, Clifford. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go and try and increase.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Lockett. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Here we go, set, 30 base. 54. So don't say nothing.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. Stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, the man, oh, deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on, smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Simpson. The quick slant caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 1. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Hey, exit.
On 4th down, Simpson. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a 1st down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Operating from the gun, Simpson, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Sanchez. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Keenan Allen, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They're going to try and run. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And hope hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
dry, and now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position, maybe.
Tyler Lockett, the 40. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 87 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, echo.
To throw again, Simpson. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, box drop, box drop. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, 58 is the mic.
the gun. Simpson. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 13. Check 13.
Back to throw. Simpson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Simpson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun, Simpson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Red, my 18 Gator. Come on, D.
After the interception, here's Sanchez. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 48-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Bravo! Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the pass. Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
Here's Sanchez. He'll find Metcalf. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You think you're going to get this? You think you're going to get this? Chopper! Chopper! Ready, go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single. Check, A2, check. Ready.
To throw is Sanchez. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now already over 200 yards in this first quarter, and he's got another 1st and 10. Sanchez from the red zone now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Sanchez. This complete to Lockett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them. Here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Simpson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Sanchez. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
44, Mike, 44. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Fresno.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Sanchez. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Time to go, 49, check 49.
Now Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
80 weapons. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check your heart rate. He's coming. We got double up. Kill.
Looking to throw on second down. Simpson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Running right, Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Exit. That's going to be a long day. 44. Ready.
Sanchez now to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Clifford. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that gives them a 3-point lead. kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Jet 61, Matchbox Lights.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
70, Indy, Recon, 132 fighter. Kill.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Slam.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
We got three.
Hey, Haywood.
58's the mic. Get the ball. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. I'm coming.
Back to throw. Simpson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike's 50.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Simpson. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Simpson. Touchdown, Packers. From 3 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be, 38 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
8-3. Coaching spell.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Let's get it. Show it up. Show it up. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's into the clear. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 66 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Check. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Clifford. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
In your face.
Sanchez. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Ready, set. 44 Mike. Check. I got him. Set, go.
To throw on second down to Sanchez. It's caught. Block it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Come on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Go.
From the gun, here's Sanchez. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Joker.
Hey, high 7. Yes.
Mike 54.
5.
On first down, Simpson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go. 58.
Topper.
From the gun, Simpson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
You can't block me. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. It's been a long day.
To throw on second down, Simpson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
First down.
Here we go.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. This is Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Got it.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Bravo.
Fellas, let's set a tone. Check 31. Check 31.
Looking to throw on second down. Simpson making the catch is Sternberger. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw. Simpson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's Sanchez. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Sanchez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Sanchez. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go,
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Simpson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Green Bay.
Set. 10 Lobo. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Under pressure. Go.
Looking to throw. Simpson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Set. Ready. 18 Gator.
Hey, tight.
General West.
Check the back.
Lee Griffin.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 14-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Jones. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Blue draw Porter. 54.
No game on this defense. No game. Out. Check 37. Check 37.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Get ready.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Sanchez. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Third and long, it's Sanchez. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here they come, second and 10 now from the 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Ready? To throw on third down. Simpson. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Go 58 to the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Simpson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, Charlie.
58 to Mike.
Let's go.
From the gun, Simpson. left behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Throwing again. Sanchez. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Green Bay, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You ready? 59, Mark. Check, 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Any weapon. Sneak him.
On 1st and 10, Hanley. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now left side on the swing pass, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
44, Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 10, 10. Red 80. Hey, orbit. 44 is the mic, 44 is the mic. Check, check. Oh, here we go. Oh, 44, 44.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Outside. 58, Mike. Here we go,
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Darnold from the red zone now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down now, it's Cannon. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the slant. Yo, lady. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Ready?
Hey, Delta.
Yo, 80. Switch.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know.
They'll run with Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now he's flushed out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. To throw is Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Jets 0.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Danny. Mike 50. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Cannon, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Kill. Say.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd down. Hanley. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, Haywood!
Operating from the gun. Hanley. It's caught. Beckham. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A gain of 14. And the Jaguars first down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Rock it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Come on, set. 8, read.
I'm going to come back to you.
X3. 218, chop. Sponge.
2nd and 14. It's caught by OBJ. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
C6. Don't get nervous. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
51. Watch the
Hey, high 7.
51's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On first down, Hanley. The open man is Westbrook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw. Hanley. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd and 1.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the whip. Go. Be ready.
From the gun, Hanley. And that is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 44, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Bravo.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Here I come again.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Time. 58, come on. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
You're outside. 58, 58, it's Mike. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball. Young lady. 58's the Mike. Ball 58's the Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On second and 11 now. Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench, but this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 21, it's second and 10. Off play action. Hanley. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Ready, set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Operating from the gun. Hanley. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. 25 yards that time.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Down. 10 Lobo. 44. I know he ain't. Hey, Alpha. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Hanley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 Fs for a rookie quarterback.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant.
They go again with Cannon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Yo, son. Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. Ricky. Delaney.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On first down, it's Mills. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Greystone, grab it.
Check 15.
Go.
Tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mills, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ready. 70, Indians. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hanley. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throwing on first down, Hanley. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, orbit.
Here we go.
44 seconds.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Ringo.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Alert 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Got an open man, it's Burnett. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Bunt formation. Come on, boys, come on.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
80 weapon.
Fopo's the mic. Mike's Fopo. Watch the run. Check.
Lady. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That's it, baby.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch up. Check.
Here's Cannon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
He's coming. We got double up. Kill. Ready. Check.
Back to Cannon again on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Hanley. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Go, son. Go 58 to the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Oh, lady.
58 to the mic.
Hey, Delta.
58 to the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Cannon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
58 to Mike. Blue down, blue down. I'm waiting. 58, echo. 58 to Mike.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Go 58 to the mic. You rush. Jam.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Darnold now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Slam.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Safety's creeping. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, ready. Flare. Hey, check it.
On 2nd down, it's Cannon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Here comes the ball.
Man, 80. 6-6, pull it high.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll run on first down. It's Mills. And some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Jacksonville, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so